Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday, July 6th. Important video today on EIDL loan increases. We've got a new survey up with new data on who has received their increases and who is still waiting, and some clarifications on the portal. There's some rumors going around about mass declines, so you're going to want to watch this video to make sure that you are all set, plus 3 other quick updates. First, on the RRF, I talked about this in depth yesterday. We were the first to report in depth on the RRF recipients and the massive inequality that took place there. These are grants. Many of you watching are waiting for loans, specifically EIDL loans, but there were massive problems with the RRF. $28 billion. Yes, some were helped, but there were hundreds of thousands of people left out. We have new grants that are up on the app, and some are expiring soon. I'll give a quick recap there, and finally, important because many of you are trying to plan out the rest of your 2021. How much money do you need to stabilize or scale your business? We put up an in-depth post, how to create a business budget in 8 steps, and why you should care about this. It's not the most exciting thing, but I'll just mention it because it's very important. Most importantly, thank you so much for hitting subscribe. It really means so much when you decide to subscribe to our channel, support our daily efforts. We have had over 5 million people watch our videos over the past year. Most of you still aren't subscribing yet, so if you do one thing today, hit subscribe and like this video to show your support. Let me show you our new survey data before I pull up the portal. We put this up this morning, 1.3 thousand votes. Are you still waiting for your EIDL loan increase to be approved and funded? 85% of you, yes, still waiting. 15% of you say, no, I've been approved. This is the same exact number we've seen 2 weeks ago and 4 weeks ago. It's not a good sign that most of you are still waiting. A few comments I want to pull out right now to show you the sentiment. Matthew Cross says, hell, I'm waiting for them just to change my bank info. Sent them the second email of my new bank info, voided check, driver's license, and all that. Good God, it shouldn't be this hard to update banking info. I've been waiting since May of last year for this money. Vavabody says, the loan officer told me she was going to approve my file last week. Never heard anything since then. The portal hasn't even updated to approved. Man, I'm pissed and confused. Tabitha says, the agent I talked to laughed at me because, quote, I just applied on April 24th. It hasn't even been assigned to a loan officer, she said. Ricky says, still waiting on the IRS tax transcripts. So this is most of the sentiment, many of you venting because you haven't been approved yet. So if you want some comfort, go to the community tab, scan the comments, or leave them in this video as well, because it's good to know that, look, most of us are in the same boat here. No one is getting an unfair advantage. Many of you are getting the runaround, but I am extremely hopeful that this week is when the SBA will announce process changes to the IRS tax transcript requirement. I talked about this last week. I've been talking about it for a few weeks. Our SBA contact has told us the SBA wants to get rid of that IRS tax transcript requirement because of the IRS backlog. The SBA wants to approve more people for loans, but for the IRS backlog. And in other programs, the SBA has advised other lenders on what they can do. In lieu of looking at your 4506T, they can use other information to verify your revenue, to verify that you are a legitimate business, that you deserve the funding that is being allocated to you. So that's got to happen this week. We know it's completely overdue. Now, there were some rumors going around about mass declines for EIDL loan increases. We heard this happen to some of you, but by and large, most of you will still see this on your SBA portal status in green. Your loan modification is being processed with the amount confirmed here on the left-hand side. If you want peace of mind, you can go log in today to take a look. Chances are it will say the exact same thing that you've seen for 2 months or more right now. In this person's case, it's the same thing they've seen for nearly 3 months. Not a good sign. And when you email the SBA, they often say the same thing. And here's the frustration. We were the first folks to report in detail on the RRF inequality, especially how hundreds of thousands of people were left out because of the design of the program. The law basically said we're going to give up to $10 million grants that businesses don't have to repay. So 100,000 restaurants across the country, yes, they got money, but hundreds of thousands were left out. They didn't get anything, zero in grants. And these aren't even loans, these are grants. Look at this, around 5,000 restaurants got $1 million plus in grants, and around 50,000 received under $100,000 grants. And I said, look, if the legislation said 50,000 grants for restaurants to help as many as possible, 600,000 restaurants across this country would have been able to be helped. By the way, if you want to look up PPP data, EIDL data, or RRF data now, we have all of the lookups both on the Skip app and on our website. We just put this one up yesterday, helloskip.com/RRF-data. We're the first RRF lookup. So you can type in your city name, for example, Chicago, then you can see what restaurants near you got funding. Or Atlanta, Momonoki, Atlanta got $500,000. I showed this example yesterday where Urban Putt in San Francisco got nearly $3 million. A putt-putt business that serves food and drink in San Francisco, one location, almost $3 million grant. Again, these are massive grants. We're not talking about 10K targeted, 5K supplemental. This right here for San Francisco Madeline, that's a $2.2 million grant. A lot of businesses, whether you're a restaurant or not, have a right to be frustrated because basically $28 billion was quickly dispersed for restaurants in grants. And the flip side is your businesses are struggling too because of COVID. So why did they get grants and not you? Or why didn't they design the program better so more restaurants could have been helped? That's the big piece. Anyway, all the links are below for that. If you want to use our app, go to trackeidlgrant.com because you'll get a $10 credit for our app, or it's HelloSkip in the App Store and Google Play. Finally, as we wrap today, we do twice weekly grant and loan and funding roundups on the Skip app. For Skip Plus users, there's a couple that are ending soon, including Stacy's Rise Project. That's a $10,000 grant. There's a few new ones as well. Take a look, $10,000, $5,000, $50,000. You can start a free trial at helloskip.com/membership. Use the link right below. We promise it's worth it even if you get one $1,000 grant over the next year. It's completely worth it. Again, we'll keep an eye out for you to save you time. Any opportunities that we think may be good for you, we'll keep you posted on. And finally, how to create a business budget in 8 steps. Not the most exciting typically, but it's so important. We've just put this up on our app and blog. We go over what is a business budget, why your business needs a budget, but you need to gather your financials, calculate your revenue, identify your fixed cost, mark out variable expenses, consider one-time expenses, project your future revenue, put it all together and create an emergency fund. It's worth a quick read through. Even if you already have a business budget, go check it out on the app. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting our channel and our team's effort. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.